Hi guys, welcome back. This is Dom, and on this video I'm going to show you how you can use your Montage as an FX processor for your analog synths. Let's get started. So of course you have amazing effects inside the Montage, but most people use them for internal sounds, where you can actually use them to process external sounds like vocals or guitars or loops or analog synths. For example, right here I have my Moog Sub37. It's a monophonic analog synth. It's great, but very soon you realize that it's a bit limited and you need to buy pedals to make interesting sounds and to, create some nice textures where you can't using the synth dry. It's just too dry if you get my point. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to process my Moog using my Montage DSP FX. So what I've done is I've taken the output of the Moog Sub37 into my A-to-D input. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my A-to-D input right here and get some levels. First of all, how do you set it up? It's actually very easy. If you watched some of my previous videos, you will see that it's very easy to set up effects with your audio input. So what you want to do is you're going to go to Mixing and then find your A-to-D input. Click on that, then press Edit, and then you're going to go to Audio In, like this. So here you will find all the basic settings for your A-to-D input. So if I play this, I can immediately add some reverb, for example. And this is just a send effect. Or I can add some variation send, which can be like a delay or a chorus. But let's go and have some fun. Let's go and try a few of the effects inside the Montage and see how you can experiment with a very, very dry analog synthesizer. Let's select a different sound for the Moog. Great. Now let's go and add a few effects. Let's go to my inserts, and I want to add some insert effects for this sound. Right now it's completely dry. Let's go and add a reverb. And as you can see, you have all the parameters of a reverb, so you can go from very, very tight spaces to really, really long tails. So this is the SPX hole. Let's go for a room sound. Or maybe stage. Or maybe a gated reverb. Or a reverse reverb. Now, maybe we can add some, let's try some of the delays. I think for a lead sound like this, a delay works very, very well. Let's try the cross delay. Maybe try something else. I'm gonna give you a few examples because these effects sound really, really good. Maybe the analog delay retro. So this has more of a dark kind of tape delay sound. Well, this is a little bit more bright. Let's go and add some chorus. This is a very, very nice chorus. I really like that. Let's try a few more. The SPX is gonna be very nice. And of course, you can still change all the parameters if you want to change the LFO speed. Maybe a phaser. Let's go to the VCM phaser as well. Ooh, that's nice. That's funky. It's so addictive. Now, what else? Maybe we can add some distortion. There's an amp simulation here, so let's try and let's be a little bit gentle with this because it can be very loud. Now let's say that you want to have the phaser effect that we added before, but let's add some delay as well. Don't forget, you always have 2 insert blocks for every sound, for all the 16 sounds and the AD inputs. So let's go here and go for a delay. Maybe let's try the tempo delay stereo. Maybe some Brian May type of sound, let's see. If that thing even exists on a synth. So here I have an analog bass sound. Let's try and add a little bit of chorus to this one. So you can see it's so wide now. It's really, really wide. I think this is a great way to actually make your synths wider. A monophonic synth on its own will always be mono. So this is a great, great tool. Without the effect. And of course, you can still add EQ. Let's go and add a little bit of a low shelf. More low end. And maybe, why don't we add a little bit of compression and see how that sounds? So maybe I want to go for the classic compressor right here, and maybe I will have like a slow attacks, not slow, like slowish. Maybe 20 milliseconds and quick release. Let's see. Can you hear the attack? So this is very round. This is a bit more sharp with the compressor. It's also more compact. So for a bass sound, you know, it's maybe something you want. All right, let's try the dynamic phaser on this. Really changing the sound. Okay, now let's try and create a kind of an ambient sound using a very, very simple patch on the Sub37 and the processing with the Montage. So I have programmed a very, very simple patch right here on the Sub37, very simple. Let's try and add the radiator. Now the very first thing I want to add is maybe a little bit of delay. So here I'm using the cross delay. And bear in mind, you still have the tempo cross delay, so this will be synced to the tempo. But of course, you know what, if you sometimes you might have an analog synth and you don't necessarily know the tempo. Don't forget that you can always find the tempo very easily with the Montage. You can go to your utility settings, tempo settings, and then you can just tap according to the tempo of the analog synth. Or you can use beat sync. I'm gonna tap right now and see how it works. So let's change the tempo to something very different. So like that. And I'm gonna tap. Perfect. Now it's in sync. But to be honest with you, I just prefer the kind of randomness that the regular cross delay offers, so I'm gonna go for that. Alright, let's try now and add a little bit of everything. Let's try and add some send reverb, some variation send, and the 2 inserts and see what we can come up with. First, some reverb send. Maybe some variation send, which is a chorus in this case. Then our insert A. And now our insert B, which is our whole. Let's have it all the way up, the reverb. So basically we started with something like this. And we came up with something like this. Pretty cool, right? Now I'm going to use the same settings for creating a very, very dark kind of cinematic sound. I have this patch right here. Very, very like a sub bass. So now let's go and add some reverb. And I'm going to add my delay. So great for drones. So there you go, guys. I hope you found this video useful and hopefully a little bit entertaining. Thank you so much for all the nice words down in the comments. I really appreciate the support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so that you don't miss any videos that I'm going to do in the future. If you feel that somebody might find this interesting, please share it, the more the merrier. And of course, leave me some comments down below on what you want to see next. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.